What's up, WildFire? It is Coach Damien here. I hope you had a great weekend. First week is done. Got that kicked off. Now it's time for week 2. All right, so let's get into this warm-up. We have 3 rounds. We're going to start with 10 Mule Kick Get Up. So what we're working on here is we're progressing towards our handstand push-ups and getting up to be able to flip over. All right, so when you get into these mule kicks, right, you're going to have these arms nice locked out. Right, we're going to start kicking up and getting both feet off the ground, working back and forth, getting a little bit higher each time. I don't want you to flip over, but I want you to really focus on being able to launch your body up as we go through those 10, okay? Now we're going to focus on that core engagement, going into a 20-second plank hold. For so, keep those shoulders stacked. Don't want to hold back here. Everything stacked, core nice and tight, holding in this position, right, for the 20 seconds. Then we're flipping over into that hollow hold. When you're doing this, I want you to think about these hips, tuck these hips forward, get that core engaged, and holding in that hollow position, okay, for 20 seconds. Then we're flipping back over, going into 10 dive bomber push-ups. This is going to help get these shoulders nice and warmed up. From here, we're going in that pike position, swooping through, punch right up, okay? Back through, like so. Once we finish that, we're going to finish the round with some thread the needle, just opening these shoulders up. Push that shoulder through and act like you're going to wipe the floor away, but just keep that pressure on the wall, on the ground, so we can get the behind the shoulder stretch. Okay? Back and forth for 10. All right? So, we're going to be working on some handstand push-up progressions today for a little bit of skill work, okay? We could go back and forth with the shoulder press that we'll have and the handstand push-up, but for now we're going to focus on your handstand progressions to get you on the wall or progress your strength onto a box. So, starting with a tripod position, okay? We're going to load up to work on that core stability and stabilization. I'm going to place my elbows in the inner part of my knees, right? And I'm going to take an ab mat or a pillow and place it where my head is going to land. Now my hands are going to be in front of me while my head is about a foot in front. Okay, so from here, I'm leaning in, engaging my core as I come off the ground. Okay, so this is first progression. As we get stronger and more stabilized, we can start bringing those feet up and hold here. You see I have this nice 90-degree angle as I push through. Okay, so we're starting with that to kind of build up the strength in our shoulders, arms, and core from there, okay? Next, we're going to go into off the box, right? So now take your pillow, and if you have a spot, a box, a chair, right, we're going to place that ab mat where we want our head, and we're going to place our hands in front of it. Then we're going to lift our feet up. Ideally, I want you from your toes, not from your knees, but if we have to progress and to control our body weight, you could go off your knees. So work from there first. I'm going off my knees. You can do this off the couch. From here, now my hands are in front. I'm tucking down, getting that same 90-degree angle, and right up. Ideally, I want you to be stacked, but we can work that progression as we go to our toes. Now I'm on top of everything, right down, and right up. Okay? Now we're going to apply that mule kick get up. Okay, so the first thing is being able to get up on the wall and stabilizing. Okay, you could have support, pillows, whatever on the ground, working up. We're locking those arms out, right? Doing that same mule kick get up, but a little bit more oomph in this one. So I'm locked out, I'm going into the ground, doing that same mule kick, and launching up, right? Find that wall, and then hold from there, right? We're going to work this position and start either flexing the shoulders, keeping everything nice and engaged as we go through. Set something on the ground. If this feels comfortable, you haven't been able to work the kip yet, hold it until you're able to go down to the ground. Best technique is to always work strict before you go into kipping, just so we can stabilize and build those muscles, okay, as you progress into this strength. Next, we're going to work the kipping motion, right? We're going to start the kip from the ground, okay? The biggest thing on the kip is timing your hands and your feet to kick at the same time, okay? So you're going to go to your wall that you can kick off of, right? And you're gonna find a foot distance to where you're able to stabilize your core and your feet are gonna touch the wall. Okay, now everything's nice and in line, right? Then you're gonna come back to the ground. When you're in the kip motion at the bottom of the kip, your hands are positioned on the ground right here. Your head is hitting that pillow or your ab mat, right? You're gonna tuck your feet in like you're in the bottom of that kip. Now from here, engaging my core, having my arms ready and locked, I'm gonna open, punch the wall, lock out, overhead, like so, okay? So in full motion, you're in the bottom kip, and punch open, I have a straight line, right? What happens sometimes when people kick, they kick, their butt hits there first. This is gonna keep that nice straight line through as you go through that kipping motion. How that's applied? When you're here, I have my ab mat set up, right? I'm at the bottom of my kip, same ground position. Have everything engaged. Now I'm gonna kick right through, okay? So, work on that for 10 minutes. You can alternate as we go through shoulder press. So for the shoulder press, we have 5 sets of 7, okay? So from here, if you have a rack, you use a rack or clean that bar up. In that front rack position, I'm engaging my core, getting my head out of the window. Once that bar passes my head, I'm punching my head right back through. These are a high repetition, so really want to move through these at a nice, faster pace, getting that head through on each rep. Cool? Rest appropriately in between sets. At the end of this, you can get in your 2 minutes of as many double unders or jump ropes as possible. So whether you have double unders, just getting that motion, or just doing your singles, see how many you could build up in that 2 minutes. All right? Now for your WOD. We're taking everything, putting it together to work. All right? We have 3 rounds for time of 75 double unders, just working through, and 25 handstand push-ups. Now is a perfect time to apply that kip right in and right through. Punch it back through. All right? If you're still working on that progression, we could go all the way back down to the tripod right here and just work that pike position or your box. Same thing. Cool? It's going to be a fast workout. Great way to start your Monday. Enjoy it. I'll see you next time.